What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 2K here. I know y'all hear that motherfucking intro, yo. The old heads gonna know what's up. You know what I mean? Y'all already know, man. It's education time. This is the illest collabo ever made in hip-hop, real talk. You know what I'm saying? None that nigga Young Boat or Lil Yachty, whatever the fuck that nigga's name is, could do with that other whack-ass nigga Lil Uzi Vertical, Lil Butt Fuck, whatever these little niggas' names is today. You know what I'm saying? This is some real-ass shit. This is gonna be that Mo Money, Mo Murder, Nas and AZ off that Do or Die album, man. One of probably AZ's greatest album, you know what I mean? Real talk. This was a request, kind of not a request, but I told my man Willie the Kid that I play this song on the next video, you know what I mean? Word up, big shout out to him. Also, I had a request for a shout out, man. Shout out to my man Jay Kodo, hashtag come back to boxing. You know what I'm saying? Real cat over there, man. It's my dude right there. We might not agree on a lot of different things, man, but he contributes to the sport. He's got his own channel. So I always respect a man that contributes to the sport. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, shout outs to him. Also, he's got a group in Facebook called The Red Gloves, man. Go ahead and check that out. Alright? And you know what this video is. Why is that? Because that fight is about to happen in about 19 hours, yo. You got the rematch between Sergey Kovalev and Andre Ward for the WBA Super, IBF, and WBO light heavyweight titles held by Andre Ward, taken from Sergey Kovalev in their first fight. Now, before I get into what each fighter needs to do to win this fight, man, I want to tell y'all, start off by letting y'all know that I just watched this fight again for the 4th time 2 hours ago, you know what I'm saying? And I really don't understand what a lot of niggas is watching. You know what I'm saying? I can understand cats saying Kovalev won 114, 113, you know what I'm saying? But you got niggas out there saying Kovalev beat Andre Ward walking away. Motherfuckers had like 117, 110 scorecards. You know what I'm saying? And that's because of the knockdown. You know, 116, 111 scorecards for Sergey Kovalev. What I don't understand is how you don't see. Well, I do understand. You just don't know what you're watching. That's a special skill for only some of us out there that actually know what the fuck they're watching. Now, I'm not knocking the cats that said Kovalev won a close fight. It was a close fight that could have gone either way. I'm knocking the cats that are saying Kovalev won convincingly. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're watching. Go watch MMA. In the beginning of the fight, you know, let me just say some of the things that went wrong with both fighters. I start with Andre Ward. Beginning of the fight, Andre Ward, first thing I noticed was his legs. I noticed he didn't have his legs. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing with Andre Ward, man. He likes to get in, he likes to get out. He likes to give you angles. If he doesn't have the legs to be able to do that, then everything else is not going to fall into place. You know what I'm saying? His follow-up punches are not going to fall into place because he's not in position to throw a follow-up punch after making a certain move, right? Also, I noticed his timing was off. And it could have been a situation where I think he's fought 5 times in the last 2 years or something like that. He had 2 fights at light heavyweight, but a lot of Andre Ward detractors, and this is what I agree with a lot of Andre Ward haters. You know, a lot of motherfuckers that know boxing said this too, but this was like a major pitch for why a lot of Andre Ward detractors were saying he would get knocked out. And it was because he hasn't fought anybody to prepare himself for Sergey Kovalev. And I agree with that. And it actually rang true in the beginning of this fight. His timing was impeccably off. You know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous. Also, he did a lot of dipping and moving, but when he would get inside, he would just clam up. He wouldn't throw any punches. So that allowed Sergey Kovalev to tee off on him, and it made it look like Sergey Kovalev was actually landing some shit, and I'll get into that in a minute. Also, the jab. Andre Ward didn't have very good head movement in that first fight. Sergey Kovalev just measuring this motherfucker with his jab. I mean, anywhere he wanted him to go, you know what I'm saying, his head will be placed right in front of Kovalev's jab, almost at will. You know what I'm saying? Some of the bad things I've seen from Kovalev, of course, came later in the fight. Dude, bro, you need to go run, my nigga. In his training camp, he had a triathlon coach, and that should help him with his stamina, man. My boy faded after the 5th round, man. Actually, in the 5th round is when the fading started. And he clearly, I'll say it again, clearly faded by the end of the fight. After round 5, round 7, round 5 in the corner going into round 6, the nigga was huffing and puffing and shit like he just ran 16 miles. You know what I'm saying? Like he was on motherfucking, what is that? What do they call that shit? The long distance joggers and shit. It looked like he was running a marathon. That's what they call that shit. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he just finished doing that. And that was only, the end of the 5th round. You feel me? So there's some situation. He's going to have to work on his stamina. That's number 1. Number 2, he's got to work on his footwork. He showed good footwork when it came to jumping in and jumping out. And that pretty much fucked Andre Ward's him wanting to mount an offensive attack to where he's dipping low, getting on the inside, and then throwing his punches at mid-range to inside distance. That would fuck that up for him because Kovalev has long legs. He has a kind of a wide stance. So when he jumped back maybe 1 or 2, steps, he's actually jumped back like 3 or 4 fucking feet almost. You know what I'm saying? So it would definitely keep Andre Ward out of range. But towards the end of the fight, towards the middle of the fight, you started seeing him just moving back and forth in a straight line. He was in that center line to where it allowed Andre Ward to start jabbing the shit out of this man at will and landing that right and left hook to the body at will. And there's other things that go into that, and I'll talk about that in a minute here, but you gotta work on your footwork, dog. Also, the biggest thing, and I don't think he can rectify this problem, only doing it now, you know what I'm saying? Him not having honed this early in his career, shit before his career started as a youngster, whenever he started fighting. You gotta learn better inside fighting techniques. Andre Ward is a rough and rugged motherfucker, man. When he gets on the inside, he's gonna rough your big ass up, and that's exactly what he was doing to you. He punked you, dog. Andre Ward punked you, Kovalev, on the inside, dog. He punked shit out you, B. And you the bigger man. He punked you, fam. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know what to do on the inside. And the reason why is because your offensive attack is solely based on fighting from mid-range distance, dog. You got to fight from mid-range distance so you can get full extension on your punches. That's where your power comes from, right? That's why the majority of your knockouts are with motherfuckers trapped on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? They're trapped on the ropes and you're standing about 2 feet, 2.5 feet away from them, throwing straight long punches, right? That straight right hand is your killer punch. Why? Because you need mid-range distance. You know what I'm saying? When Andre Ward would get on the inside of you, you didn't know what to do. You were smothered. You would throw the nice little uppercut on the inside, but it virtually had no damage. Andre Ward didn't even buckle. Now, you got a straight right hand versus an uppercut, right? 9 times out of 10, the uppercut is going to be the harder punch. You know what I'm saying? Because it's short and compact. But your uppercut is not as powerful as your straight right hand, simply because, like I said, you need mid-range distance to get full extension on your punches to get maximum power. And you ain't got no inside fighting game, so you don't know how to sit down on a short, compact uppercut. And it didn't even hurt Andre Ward. He hit him like 4 or 5 times on the inside with one, but it didn't hurt him. You know what I'm saying? You don't have what it takes to fight on the inside, and you gotta get better at that. You know what I'm saying? It's that trait of truth. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring it down south a little bit. But one of the things that Andre Ward did to adjust, and I think that he'll do coming into the fight, and he's already said, it's going to be a situation where round 1's going to be round 13. He already said that, right? The one thing he did to adjust to Sergey Kovalev Because let's say when he got knocked down, he was trying to counter Sergey Kovalev's jab with his straight right hand. And when he would do that, he would slip the jab, dipping right. Sergey Kovalev already knew what he was going to do. Dip right, come back up with the straight right hand. So Sergey would throw a jab, not really a lazy jab, because Sergey's jab is like a fucking straight right hand. It's hurt the fuck out of Andre Ward in the first round, right? But he'd throw the jab, not really meaning to put nothing on that punch, but just ready. Got that motherfucker straight right hand cocked. So when Andre Ward would dip to slip that jab and then come back up like that, straight right hand to the dome. That's what knocked Andre Ward down. Sergey Kovalev was timing the fuck out of his slips. Also, he was timing Andre Ward as he would dip and move forward, kind of like this to get on the inside. He would time him, so every time he dipped, Sergey Kovalev would move back and jab downwards. When he jabbed downwards, he would hit Andre Ward flush, and that would stagnate his offensive attack. Also, he would throw in kind of a chopping straight right hand over the top whenever Andre would dip. And he hit him with this kind of a lot of times in the middle of the fight. It hit him like 2 or 3 times in the ear. Andre would dip, Sergey hit that nigga, stop him in his tracks. What Andre did to adjust all that, he stopped dipping to start his attack. What he did was he would jab, and he jab again right after that. That fucked Kovalev up, because Kovalev was looking for the jab and the dip. Kovalev was timing the dip. He wasn't timing the jab per se. He was timing Andre Ward's movements. He wasn't timing his attack, or let me say his jab. Let me just say that. He wasn't timing his jab. Did 3 things. He would jab, then jab again. He would jab to the body, step out, then immediately come up top with another jab. Then he would feint a jab, kind of go like that. Kovalev would react. Then Andre would immediately throw another jab right behind that feint. That fucked Kovalev up all 3 times, and he could never adjust to that. And that was one of the biggest problems with Kovalev as well in that fight. He couldn't adjust. Now, I don't know who this dumb motherfucking Russian guy is in his corner. The one that, Kovalev suppressed JDJ from giving him accurate instructions in the beginning of the fight. JDJ has some accurate shit to say in that, to Kovalev. Very accurate. But this Russian motherfucker that he used to suppress him, for whatever fucking reason, that guy, I could conclude based on what Sergey Kovalev didn't do when Andre Ward made adjustments, that guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Sergey, use JDJ what you paid a man for. The fuck you doing? This Russian motherfucker, I don't speak Russian. I'm just saying, just based on watching Kovalev go into the ring, right? And still try to fight Andre, or let me say this, still try to keep Andre Ward on the end of his jab. And it's like round 11, and it's already known that you can't keep this nigga on the end of your jab no more because you don't have the stamina to do that. You're still trying to do that. And you're getting beaten to the punch. By like round 9, Andre Ward started implementing a left hook to the head. A left hook to the head and a right hook to the head. This is after he's already beaten up his body with tremendous right hooks. You know what I'm saying? He done already implemented other punches in his arsenal because he's adjusted. He's adjusted to you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make adjustments, dog. Now, I can either say that it was Kovalev's Russian sidekick or it was Kovalev himself, because we all know Kovalev don't listen to motherfuckers. He say he don't listen to his trainer. I think he don't listen to JDJ because he's American. We already know how these Russians feel about American trainers. They just want to use them for their training tactics so they can get better at fighting the American guys, and then they dump them. That's what happened to Mr. James Ali Bashir, the trainer for Alexander Usyk, right? But anyway, I would assume that he would listen to his Russian trainer, and if he is listening to him, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So that's another one. Kovalev's got to learn how to do some tactics on the inside, and he's got to learn how to make adjustments. Because Andre Ward's gonna come here and do the same thing. If you can't adjust to that, dog, you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Some fuckery that I seen, man. Number 1, Sergey Kovalev walking out of the last press conference, man. That's a sign of weakness, B. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what y'all say. In boxing, man, when you talk shit to a motherfucker And he's like, and you, like he getting ready, you know, kick some knowledge or whatnot, try to intimidate Andre Ward. If you go talk to a nigga like that, well then I would expect you, you know, to hold your ground. And when that man comes back, and that's what Andre Ward did. Andre Ward was like, turn my mic on, turn my motherfucking mic on. You know what I'm saying? He said, turn my motherfucking mic on. And dude said, you know, you ain't gonna do shit. Don't be waving your motherfucking finger in my face. Of course, I'm 2K translating. You know what I'm saying? I add the curse words. That's what Andre should have said. You know what I'm saying? But don't point your finger in my motherfucking face. And Sergey Kovalev walks on the stage and leads a press conference. So it's like you're trying to bully a guy, but when he stands his ground, oh, you're not ready for that. Yeah, that's unheard of. You can't be there for that. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. How you gonna bully a guy and leave the press conference? Really? Anyway, man, fuckery number 2, man. JDJ. I just gotta say, man, I just talked about this, him being suppressed in the corner. I don't understand a man that allows another man to basically punk him the way Sergey Kovalev is punking. I mean, he's biggest fight of his career. He basically, you know, pretty much tells JDJ to shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up, dog. He gonna talk to me, not you, bro. Shut up. Biggest fight in his career. JDJ doesn't show up to the training camp till like 2 weeks out because Sergey Kovalev's already doing his thing without JDJ. Really just like, hey, bro, I'm going to start without you. I don't give a fuck if you're here or not. You're my trainer. You're supposed to devise a strategy for me to beat this guy, but I really don't give a fuck what you do. I'm just do what I need to do. Just blatant disrespect. But this man goes to the podium with a motherfucking Sergey Kovalev shirt on, man. And it's just funny, man, and I know he's his trainer. He's supposed to support him and all that. But this is the same guy that complained on 24/7. He came out and complained. He said, why would you have me in the corner? I'm summarizing, but why would you have me in the corner and then suppress what I got to say to you? I have devised a game plan, the correct strategy to beat Andre Ward, but you won't let me get that to you. Why would you do that? He complained on camera for 24/7, basically saying that he wasn't allowed to do his job, but he's still in the corner supporting the guy that wouldn't allow him to do his job. What can I say, man? Money talks, you know what I'm saying? It's easy money. If that whole situation with Andre Ward and him trying to jump ship to go to Andre Ward's camp was true, which I don't think it was. I think it was a publicity stunt to promote the fight. I can see a lot of motherfuckers getting interested in this fight if they weren't interested in it, and such a story like that popping up. They can be like, damn, man, they got a lot of issues in Kovalev's corner. I'm curious to see what happens, and then they'll tune into the fight. So I think it was a publicity stunt. But if it was true, man, shit, he should have really made the move. Because JDJ, while I don't think he's a great trainer only because he allows motherfuckers to punk him, he's still got a lot of knowledge that he can share with a lot of young American fighters that want to be champions, that are hungry enough to want to be champions, to where they will listen to all the knowledge that's being extended to them from a former professional fighter that has a lot of knowledge to give. Give it to the American fighters, dog. Shit. So I don't know, man. Like I said, money talks, man. It is what it is. Fuckery number 3. That Russian motherfucker said, and I'm going to just leave it at this, one of the 24/7 episodes, he said if Andre Ward was a real man, after the fight, he would have went to Sergey Kovalev and gave him his belts back. Hey, bro. Man, you need to go sit your ass down and go eat something. I heard over in Russia, y'all put dill on everything. Nigga, go put some dill on a pancake or something, nigga, and eat that, dumb motherfucker. Shut your mouth, bro. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be in the corner, bro. You don't know what you're talking about, man. God damn, man. Anyway, back to what they need to do, man. This is going to be an excellent fight. Like I said, Andre Ward, he needs to just pretty much show up in the fight as if round 1's going to be round 13. Do exactly what you did from round 5 on in the first fight. But in the beginning, you said you got your legs back. You've been training to get your legs. I've been looking at some training footage. It looks like Andre Ward's legs are back. He's up and ready to be that elusive fighter, jumping in, jumping out, giving you angles. The same fighter he was at 168. We'll see. Looks like he was in training though. But he needs to definitely implement more movement. He needs to go to the body from round 1. And you need to feint your jab from round 1. Kovalev may adjust to that, but you will adjust to it. You know what I'm saying? You're a smart fighter. You're able to do a lot of different things in the ring. Shit, he didn't even go southpaw in the first fight like he normally does. So that's another strategy that he hasn't even fucking implemented. Another tool in his toolbox he hasn't implemented. And he's equally effective in the southpaw position as he is in the orthodox. So just pretty much come in and do exactly what you did from round 5 on in the first fight. Go to the body, implement that jab. Sergey, man, you're also gonna need to utilize better movement. You need to use better lateral movement. Do not be in the center line to where Andre Ward can feint you and come back with one of his straight punches. You can't be susceptible to that. Also, coming out of the clinches, man, you got to guard your body. That's where Andre Ward is going to be going to, coming out of the clinches. Inside the clinches, man, you're going to have to be rough and rugged. You said you're going to be try to hurt Andre Ward. Hey, this is boxing. This is exactly what you got to do. You got to try to hurt him. Throw elbows, hit him in the nuts, hit him in the dick, hit him in the legs. Pretty much you need to do what Orlando Salido did to Vasyl Lomachenko. You got to do that to Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? On the inside. And the reason why I say that is because you don't have no inside game. So that's what you got to resort to. And if you could do it and get away with it, do that. You know, that'll keep Andre Ward thinking about trying to get you on the inside to bully you and tie you up and to land those short shots to the body. Also, do not rely 100% on your jab and your straight right hand, fam. Like, you got to move. You know what I'm saying? Keep the jab out there. Try to keep him on the end of your punch. I think that's an excellent strategy because your jab was money in the first fight. But if you don't have the stamina to keep that up, you got to move to a plan B, okay? And your plan B would be to actually fight on the inside. And again, I don't think he could do that. So with that said, I got Andre Ward. I'm gonna shock you a little bit, man. When I watched the first fight for the first time, I scored it live. I had exactly what the judges had at 114, 113, but I gave different rounds to Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev. I watched it 3 other times. I had it 115, 112 for Andre Ward. I was stuck on that score. When I watched it a couple hours ago, 115, 112 Andre Ward. I couldn't give Sergey Kovalev another round. I actually took a round away from him. And I couldn't deduct a round from Andre Ward, nor could I give him any more rounds than I did just that one. But in this fight, I think it's gonna be 116, 112. You know what I'm saying? Andre Ward, he's gonna fucking hold on, let me change it up real quick. Get to anyway, he's gonna pick it up where he left off. Like you said, round 1 is round 13. I think he's gonna win it a little bit easier because he already knows what he has to do. You know, Andre Ward is one of those upper echelon type of fighters when it comes to ring IQ. If he fights you one time and you give him a rematch, he already knows what he has to worry about in the ring, so he can make adjustments on the fly. That's gonna be the issue. So these type of fighters like Gedimon Rigondeaux, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, if you fight these guys a second time, they're gonna look better against you because they're very cerebral fighters. You know what I'm saying? So they've already got a devised game plan in their head. They're watching tape. Even Floyd tries to say he don't watch tape. They're watching tape. They're looking at what they did in the first fight, and they're honing it for the second. So it's always going to be a rougher fight when you fight these guys in a rematch. So I got Andre Ward, 8 rounds of 4, 116, 112. All right, YouTube, do what you do in the comment section. Be real. Let me know what you think about this fight. This is real talk for real fans. 1.